Good afternoon everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a living room makeover, which is really exciting because it's been a long time coming. Let me tell you, I moved into this apartment almost a year ago now, and just this whole area behind me, which is kind of in my kitchen living area, has been a complete mess. I just had like an old storage unit thing, and it's kind of like this open wire thing with like baskets in it, and yeah, it just doesn't look good. It doesn't suit the aesthetic of where my place is going. And honestly, it just looks messy and dark and was really bringing down the entire vibe of the space. So I grabbed a tape measure and I measured up the entire space. And then I went online and purchased a nice buffet cabinet for that area. I just gave a few measurements, which was the height, the width, and the length of the entire unit as well. So I knew that it would fit perfectly in this space, and I have a whole bunch of decor as well that I'm going to be styling on top of that as well. But I just think this is a really good solution for my small apartment to give me a bunch of extra storage. So let's get into it, and I will show you what I'm talking about right now because holy moly, like, yeah, it speaks for itself. Okay, so this is the disaster corner in my house. It is something that I just haven't got around to doing ever since I moved. I bought this sort of black cubed wire thing from Kmart, and all of these little bits just click in together. And then I put these nice linen cubes in there to kind of, I guess, match the decor of the house. But unfortunately, it's just became a dumping ground for all of my things that don't have a home. And it is just so messy, and I've been wanting to fix this corner for the longest time, but I just hadn't found like a cabinet or something to put there that I could really just put all of these things away. And then I think probably do something about these three frames on the wall and maybe just have one bigger piece of art there and some decor and things sitting on top of a cabinet. So that is the plan, and now I just need to get in and pull all of this apart because, as you can see, it is just one giant big mess. So this is the space that I'm talking about. This back here is my bedroom door, and then this is what I've got left. So it kind of sits near my kitchen bench and between my bedrooms. So it's just about getting something that will fit in along this wall here and just kind of give me a bunch more storage space. So the unit that I picked out is about 75 centimeters tall. So that's about here. So it will kind of sit there on the wall, and I'll be putting a lot of decor and things along the top. And the length was the important part because I didn't want it to clash with this side skirting board here. So the one that I have picked out is 140 centimeters. So from this corner to here, it will just fall a slight bit short of the door, which means that I can kind of center it on that wall quite nicely. So this just arrived in the mail, which is very exciting. It is a map print from Makeover online. I will link them down below if you're interested in getting your hands on one, but it's kind of like a poster style print. So I will pull it out and show you guys, but I think that it will just be a much better scale piece for the space because these ones, as much as I love them, are, like I said, just really small. And this one is a much larger print. So here it is. This is the Melbourne map, and like I said, you can already see now it's pretty much double the scale of the existing map prints that I had up on my wall. And I've also got a poster hanger to go with this as well, also in black, because I do have quite a few black accents of things around my house. So I'm going to leave this to flatten out while I build the cabinet. Okay, so now that entire area is done, you're probably thinking, you look a little bit different, and you would be right. So I had a little bit of drama with the cabinet I ordered. So this is now being filmed a couple of days later because I did order a beautiful white buffet from a company online, and I won't name them because it arrived in the worst condition. It was pretty much completely smashed. I don't know if that was them or the couriers, but love that for me because I dragged 50 kilos worth of boxes up through the lift all the way down my hallway, and only to find out that it was trashed. So it kind of broke my trust a little bit with that company, unfortunately, and I just decided that I didn't want a replacement of that in case the same thing happened again, because I was going to have to wait like another 3 weeks for it to be delivered. So I went back to my good old faithful Kmart, and sure enough, they actually had in the rattan cabinets, which is something I actually initially wanted for this space anyway. So I ordered myself 2 of those, and they came pretty much straight away. So this is why I had to film it a few days later, and now it's pretty much winter in Melbourne, which sort of sucks. So it is really cold. I did put back on the same outfit to maintain the illusion, but I'm just going to be straight up with you guys. It was a disaster, and I ended up getting these 2 cabinets instead, which is a little bit of a blessing in disguise because I think they look so beautiful. So I am now gonna build those, and I will show you guys what they look like in the space.
Don't pretend you're sorry, even if you're crying. You know how to make me worry. I can tell you're lying. Looking through old photos, you and I were both of different kinds of color.
So here is a little glimmer of the cabinet. So I've got 2 of these next to each other, and what I've gone ahead and done, if you can see my little cactus, which is here, is I put a bunch of decor across the top. I ended up leaving these 3 frames on the wall because I kind of think they look all right, but I might end up turning that entire space into a gallery wall like you can find on Pinterest. So that is probably going to be another project for another day, but I'm going to show you exactly how these look, and then I need to do an entire declutter of all of the boxes that are inside of them. So as you guys have seen in the previous clip, there are a bunch of frames on my wall. I just got these prints myself off Etsy, and I framed them in frames from Kmart. This little cactus I've had for a while, believe it or not. It was just that big when I first got him, and he's just been growing like crazy. So this is a little $3 pot from Kmart, and like I said, the cactus was just from a plant shop. Then I have a couple of candles here. So this is a wood wick candle, which are the really long burning ones. And then this is a little salted caramel one from Kmart. This is a shell decoration, which was also from Kmart, and I just really loved it because it kind of reminds me of home. This little gold jewelry box is from Target. These are poetry books by Rupi Kaur. If you don't own any poetry or you simply haven't heard of her, I will link it down below. You definitely have to get these. They are beautiful reads. And then I've got my little plant mister, which is also from Kmart. I have this Prosecco Fizz candle, which I just really like the label on. And then I've got this bigger pot, which is also from Kmart, and inside of it I have this plant, which is called a parlor palm. The reason why I wanted these two cabinets is because there is so much storage in them. So previously I had those cubes, and I'm exposing myself a little bit by showing you how messy this is, but these linen cubes, I managed to fit in all of them that I previously had. So this is a bit of a disaster zone inside of here now, but it is still better because it's concealed, unlike before. But as you can see, I really do need to go through and declutter all of this mess, because that was the entire point of this exercise. So although I do have these all sorted out, I really want to get into cleaning that up. Something else I want to do to these cabinets is on the door handles here. I actually want to take these ones off, which will be quite simple because they are just screwed into the back. So I'm thinking what I will do is get some gold handles. So I'll just need 4 of those so that I can replace them all. And the other thing that I'm not sure about is the legs on the cabinet. They're a little bit tall, and I also think they just look a little bit awkward. So I'm not sure if I will cut it so it's down at the same datum as like the windowsill, or maybe I'll just paint the legs or something like that, but I'm just not really sold on them at the moment. So that will be a future little DIY project as well. Okay, so I just had a moment and I thought about something as I'm doing this. I think it would make way more sense if in each box, and I have 8 boxes, that there is a theme. So a couple of things I just found were like a ring light and some camera tripods and things like that. So thinking I will keep this box aside, and this one can be for tech, spare cables and all that kind of stuff. I just found a baby photo of me and it says little engineer on the hat, which is hilarious because I ended up becoming an architect. Okay, this second box, I'm going to make all stationery stuff. So I've got a few things like spare journals, I've got rulers, all of that kind of stuff. So that can all go in here. Found a few old books, so I'm going to put these on the donate pile. If it's not something that I've reached for in a long time, then it's no point me keeping it. So I've got some random gym gear that I bought during lockdown as well, and there is space beside the boxes, so I'm going to put these plates and these little dumbbells in there as well. This is one of the cookbooks that I do regularly use, and I have earmarked a lot of stuff in it, so I'm going to slot that in beside one of the cubes as well. This is the box for my Gorilla Pod, and I've got a couple of other boxes in there as well, but I just don't think I need to keep boxes, particularly when things only have a 1-year warranty, so I'm going to get rid of a couple of spare boxes and things too. This box is all full of games, so I'm definitely going to be keeping these. I bought a bunch of different things like Uno and Connect 4 and things like that during lockdown, so I do love to have a really good games collection as well. Okay, so that is it for today's video. So you'll now be seeing these beautiful cabinets in the background of my future filming because I finally got that horribly messy area of my house all under control. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this, and like I said, I will mention and link any items down below in case you're trying to find some of those for your place as well. But I hope this has inspired you to go and tackle the neglected corners of your apartment or your home, because it has made such a massive difference to my space, and it's just taken a bunch of mess and put it away, which is great for a decluttered space and a decluttered mind. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.